Welcome back to another book review video. So we're going to be taking a look at a few things that I read this week. So I didn't get to read a whole lot this week. It was a shorter week because of the holiday, and because I like to listen to podcasts on Friday instead of audiobooks. It just means I only got to listen to one book this week because it's a bit larger. So we'll talk about that one when we get there. But the first thing we're going to start with is this book. You can see the title, America. It's by Mike Ritland. It is basically a book about kind of the state of America today, and just to have a conversation between both sides about, as the part at the bottom says, a respectful, open-minded conversation. So he just kind of talks about his thoughts and feelings on the state of America and different aspects of what's going on in our society, in our country, and ultimately the world as a whole as well. So the author, Mike Ritland, is a former Navy SEAL. He has a podcast called The Mic Drop, which is amazing. I love listening to his show. You should check it out as well. Just be aware that there is lots of bad language and inappropriate stories, but honestly, that's the best part about it. So if you don't like bad language, you might not want to check it out, but if that doesn't bother you, then you should. So that's The Mic Drop by Mike Ritland. This book is definitely a must-read. It's entertaining. It's a good conversation starter, and the great thing about it is when he goes through the different topics that are going on that he's talking about in the book, there's 4 things that he says you should look at when thinking about and going at what your opinion is of these topics. The first is keep emotions out of it, because the second you get riled up and your emotions and passions get involved, you don't think clearly. And so it's a good thing to not let your emotions drive the conversation, but to let the conversation be about facts and the situation itself. The second thing is keep politics out of it, because there's a lot of things that politics talk about today that really shouldn't be involved in. It should be about the people and what they think, and not what this political leader thinks or this political person thinks. The third thing is to mind your own business. If it's something that you don't agree with, but it doesn't bother or affect you or harm you in any way, why does it matter so much to the point that you need to attack somebody either physically or verbally over it? Which I think is also a great way to look at it, especially with the way society goes today and cancel culture. The fourth thing is to live up to those same high standards. If you're going to hold somebody who disagrees with you to one standard, you need to hold yourself to that same standard. Otherwise, you're just a hypocrite, and really, nobody likes a hypocrite. So that's the 4 things that he applies to every situation he talks about this in book. And I don't agree with everything he says, but honestly, you're not going to agree with everything that someone says and thinks, but it's a great read, and I really enjoyed, kind of looking at topics in a way that I might not have thought of before. So go ahead and check this out, and listen to his podcast while you're at it. You can find videos of it on his YouTube channel, or listen to it on iTunes and stuff like that. So the next book, it's not one I actually read this week, but it's a great book, and I really think you should check it out. It's a Ramage series. It's the Lord Ramage novels by Dudley Pope. It's set in I believe the 1800s. I don't know, it doesn't specify. I should know because I read it. But about a lieutenant in the Navy, the British Navy, and it follows him on his adventures. I've only read the first book, but it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. You should go ahead and check those out. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the books. I have a few more here in my apartment with all my other millions of books, so I'm really looking forward to reading it. I think you should check it out. It's fun. It kind of gives you a look at Navy life back then, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, but I'm sorry. It's fun. Go and check it out. I would give this probably a 7 out of 10. The other book, I would give a 9 out of 10 and say definitely read. This one, definitely read. You should check out. So the last one, my audiobook, was the second book in the Expanse series, Caliban's War. I wish I had the book to show you, but it's at my mom's. But I'll put an image here. You can see it. It's done by the same narrator, Jefferson Mays, that did Leviathan Wakes. I listened to Caliban's War plus the novella that followed it, Gods of Risk, and they're just as good, they're just as fun. If you haven't checked out The Expanse yet, go ahead and do it now, like right now, you know. Maybe finish the video and then go listen or read. But the show, I started rewatching the show from season 1, and I love it, of course, I already knew that. But those are my books for the week. So go ahead and check them out. I think this one is the one you should most likely check out. Also, I got it autographed. So that's makes it even cooler. So anyway, go check out these books. This one in particular. Give yourself something thoughtful and intriguing to listen to. And until next time, let's get reading.